venues gone, 2 sweet, beautiful venues left. Kate Lebo's poems appear in The Best New Poets 2011, Poetry Northwest, Hot Metal Bridge, and Bateau, among others. She's an editor for the handsome literary journal Filter. Big hand for Filter. And the recipient of a Nelson Bentley Fellowship, a Joan Grayston Prize, a Ford Culture Grant, and a Soapstone Residency. An award-winning pie maker, an author of the best-selling zine, A Commonplace Book of Pie, Kate hosts a semi-regular, semi-secret social called Pie Stand. She graduated from UW's MFA program about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah!
The Kate Lebo.
If you would, yeah. Kate, do you need a hand?
I would love to do is stand right where you're sitting, you know.
Route 48, University District.
Dance! You can do that. Alright, so, as I said, I graduated from UW about, now it's about like 6 years ago. I have no excuse for not having it.
You want the mic?
Oh yeah, here, how's that?
Yeah.
Great. So I graduated from UW about 6 weeks ago. I learned a lot there. What I did not learn there, but learned in the last week, was that it's best to buy stone fruit that still has the twig on it. It will last longer. It's a lot easier to sweep your house if you use used coffee grounds and just sprinkle them everywhere. It gets all like the cat hair that's turning your house into a nest. And I learned that laziness. My mother learned that from my grandmother. She just told me that a couple days ago.
Avocados.
And I learned that that laziness is a lot like idiocy, often. And I learned that because I gave my cat a bath while wearing a nightgown today. The project that I've been working on since I graduated has been a bunch of different erasures of Wikipedia entries, which I mentioned what I learned, because it's the place that we go to when we learn about something. We go to the internet, go to Wikipedia. And what's interesting about erasure is that it's an art where you're having a conversation with a text. And what's interesting about erasing Wikipedia is that the text itself is a conversation, right? People shouting out others in terms of what you define, whatever it is. So I'm going to read some of those and just see what happens. I'm not sure if these erasures are readable, but you can tell me afterwards. So these are all about, what's that?
Drinks.
These are all about plants. Rhubarb. A fleshy inflorescence, toxic and culinary. Rhubarb stalks are the mythical roots of the river Volga, for which the ancient homonym caused the merchant explorer Marco Polo to find silks, satins, musk, rubies, diamonds, pearls, and barbarum, a term that refers to European American settlers, affordable sugar, and 2 world wars. Garlic. Ancestry is a difficulty of descent. Garlics are soft-necked and shelf-stable, while sexual propagation is possible. Green garlic is allowed to grow but not permitted to mature. The papery protected head a tender cluster of acid. Kua. Interspecific names have been used for regions of the world that show more skin. Amigo. A hint of bleeding. Tropical Pumana. Red spotted. Red juicy. Dapple Dandy, firm-fleshed and easily shipped. King Kong, black with hints of almond. Flavor Finale, exceptional blush with a heart shape. Kohlrabi. For the moth, almost anywhere resembles its origin. Same as that of cabbage and kale, all bred from the same wild ratio. Marion Barry. For the former mayor, breeding is a cross between a large spine and a deep thaw. The more powerful ice over them are. Barry was released under the name of Marion after the county adapted to the hurt. Most legislatures have agreed not to press the issue. Dill. Finely divided, thread-like in texture, dill originated within the wild and weedy tomb of the late Lake Britain. Known to lull infants, it can be extracted from brine and used for childbirth, as a medicine against lack of appetite, and to umbrella cucumbers. Chanterelles. Symbiotic associations cultivate caution for lookalikes, which can make a person very ill. The most recognized chanterelle comes from the Greek konthros, meaning cup. A complex taxonomy of relationships. The oak best known on the surface, the gill-like scene, and ashen abundance usually, but not always, found in the same places as wild blueberries. The false chanterelle is its sister. They do not have a like appearance. That's all I've got on that project for now. To the other erasure project that I'm working on. This one is from, it's kind of the opposite of the Wikipedia project. This is from a Harlequin romance novel called The Impatient Virgin, written by Donald Henderson Clark, who used to write screenplays for, crap, I always forget his name. The guy who did all the John Wayne movies. John Ford. The other John Ford. Okay. So it features a strong female lead whose uncle fills her head with ideas, and so she is doomed. Unfortunately, because it's 1931. It looks like this.
Yeah, you're close.
Well, I'll pass it around. And so the poems that are from that are taken from that are fragments that I'm putting in the mouths of dresses, which are themselves these rhetorical devices that we use to speak for us when we go out in the world. So this is the Impatient Virgin's red dress. I too have wondered at my seams, how they're cyclically stuffed, starved, hungry again. I'm a silly fence, pink with nutritional metal. My beads can sow a breeze with squint, or blind you to as is. Around my moth holes, faith, tooth up the back where the body goes in. She wears me to insist that matter is a bit of God. Come here, she says, and pulls me through the other girls. So this is the Impatient Virgin's blue cotton. Drop neck, the V of me cut to the sternum and doubled at the breast to keep her nipples secret, badly. Her collarbone is the sack of breeze I shout forbidden nouns into. Of average texture, I'm empire. That's my job. What blonde ladies make their lives of in windy ads. For me, she's Julie Andrews with gimlet lips, singing each Mariah hit her friends turn on. Her mother told her sluts wear skin the way horses wear saddles. She ties me with sweaters to let her figure scissor through. She memorized the lines at school. She's always known the pattern. This is the Impatient Virgin's little black dress. My rack is a belt of space. My hem whip-stitched to hour the black glass of a wasp waist. I come in pre-sized multiples. I tell you part of life is its practical purpose. The hero is the safest person in the room. Sit by him. Wanting is a kind of sadness. Be glad to be unhappy. The tongue in your ear, stripped with speech. It will be easier to watch his hands than his feet. A pleasure to cover yourself in someone you adore. You gave me away. Or was that my twin? The new black is mere patter to your pattern. Without your hips, I'm a shade, a kiss of unrequited glam. What a bore. You should go into the night clothed in night. Where the garment gapes, girl. Rush in. And that's that for dresses. Happy to be here. Thank you to the organizers for having me and planning this wild night. I'm going to finish with a poem by Brian McGuigan that I wrote with help from him. We did this thing with Terrence Hayes where we had to just like fill out a bunch of ephemera and we didn't know what we were doing, and one of the things was say your favorite 3-word phrase, and all I could think of was a phrase that Alyssa Washuta, our friend, had told me, which is, only penetration counts. Which I wrote down, and then I had to pass to the right later to a 16-year-old girl who was going to keep my house's writer in residence. She's got to learn sometime. This is Brian's poem by Brian. My mother wanted to name me Hardworking Peasant. Grandma said no. How about a good Irish name? A rough-housing, round-earth name, she said. My mother wanted to name me Fuck You Man. That's Brian's favorite 3-word phrase. Or Remington. But Grandma said no. I was like 2 dogs at the park. I pounced on my hand, bit myself, and bled like crazy. Often, I tell people I'm in a gang, but it's just me. My skin is a secret shade of dirt. My cat had more eyes than teeth, pulled grass the dog pissed on, did not allow holding. My mother wanted boys to have vaginas. Poetry is the opposite of giving my mother what she wants. No holding is a rotten rule. Fuck you, man. My mother named me Tammy. Call me hardworking. Call me Brian. Hold me to it. My name means the earth is round. Thank you, everyone.